time of judgment is here.
Hello, neonate cupcakes, and welcome back to Bloodlines. We are currently in the Society of Leopold, and I think I forgot to grab all of this ammo here, so I wanted to do that before we can't come back here. So there's a couple double doors in the end here, and we're gonna go through those and get started on the boss battle for this area for, yeah, you know who. Let me reload this gun. I don't have a lot of bullets for it. We're gonna need some sort of gun. This one also works, but I think I'm gonna start with this one here. Okay, let's go in. What just happened with my jacket, by the way? No. You missed.
I knew Johansen would lure the servants of Satan, but I set this type for the archfiend himself. Where is Lacroix?
LaCroix, you think LaCroix would come here alone?
Perhaps when Lacroix runs out of minions, he will show me his face, and God will guide my shots through it. Before I send you to eternal damnation, any last words?
Nope. Alright, so he is up there with a sniper rifle. Oh, that was my bad. Now, one of the reasons why I wanted to use a gun ammo for this is really hard to hit. I don't really have the, there we go. Let me switch guns here. Let me switch to this one. Sure, why not? This is a pretty nice gun, by the way. Not really good at that. Okay, let's switch to a different gun. How about that? How about a smaller gun? I just need to do enough damage so that he will move. There it is. So, he has this obnoxious habit of teleporting around like a jerk. Ugh. Now, he has a pattern, so he goes there, and then he heads up to this little platform here. God, he's doing a lot of damage against me. And then he's gonna go over here. And now the reason I'm using the katana is because it's a little bit better for damage. Now he's gonna head back, if I'm not mistaken, he's gonna head back up. This is the entirety of the battle. Like, this is it. This is how this rolls. And you can't feed on him as far as I know. I mean, he's nice. Just killed that werewolf creature. Oh god, I forgot those things stick out of the ground. Now, one of the reasons why I'm shooting him and not running up there to do this, to do any damage to him, is because he throws grenades down the stairs, which can be really, really annoying. You could use, if you've got like Vision of Death, you could use that on him. Which should at least incapacitate him for a moment. Not right back up to the thing. Blood Shield might be kind of useful here. I'm not using Blood Strike. I want to keep my blood. I don't really need... He also has a katana. He's just gonna not let me come near you. Okay. He also has a katana, which he just got out. Which actually makes him really hard to hit because he removes a lot. There we go. You could do this entire battle with a gun if you really wanted to. That's really the entirety of this. The biggest thing is because he's so annoyingly mobile through this battle. Come on. I think a shotgun would be better, but probably not. I really don't have the skills for this battle. That's the biggest issue that I'm having. You hit your katana. Well, what did you do with that? Can I just hit you with this? Oh. You're not gonna... I figured you would leave. Also, I got a ton of blood for that. That's good. Okay, actually, yeah, could you just fall? I hate having to climb up these stairs. Oh good, he's not going to vanish. I'm not sure why he's not going to vanish, but he's not going to vanish. Which, no complaints there. I got stuck on the crate exploded. Hey, you reloading? Because, not really. Okay, he's going to go back up there. Let me go ahead and switch guns. This is so annoying. I'll actually hit him. You just do the bear witness thing and... Oh, I'm taking a lot of damage. Now you can see me. Let me just hide down here for a moment and heal. Woo! Okay, that's not working the way I was hoping it would. Oh, what? I missed? That's unacceptable. Okay, we're basically down to the last little set of battle here. Can you fall off of that, please? Just move out of the way. Oh, ow! Done with that. Come down here. He's blocking me from getting up here. Which is really kind of cheaty. Cheater McCheaterson. Did I kill him? No, I really have one more hit that I have to do here. Done with this. Absolutely done with this. Okay, so he is down. I think in the plus patch, if you have it, you get a gun and a sword from him, but we don't have that. So let's head on upstairs. There's nothing else here as far as I know. And we're gonna have a chit chat with our little doctor who is in here.
I told you everything. There's no reason for you to keep me here. Let me go!
Dr. Johansson?
I am an archaeologist. You can't hold me here like this. I am a hostage. I do not need protection. Bring me back to my hotel at once.
There's a boat not too far from here. Help me and I'll help you escape.
Yeah, okay. Anything, just get me out of these caverns and away from these crazies. I think I'm starting to get pneumonia.
Tell me about the Ankaran sarcophagus.
The sarcophagus? You went through all that trouble for the sarcophagus? Yeah, I'll tell you. But don't you think it would be better to get out of here before those men come back?
They ain't coming back.
I guess if you can get all the way here, you deserve the answers. But can I make one request first? After I answer your questions, you help me escape.
Sure.
All right. Where should I begin?
So tell me about the sarcophagus. This is going to be a little bit of just storytelling stuff.
Let's start with the history of the Ankaran sarcophagus. That is a long and interesting legend, lost and found throughout the ages. Tell me, are you familiar with the Assyrians?
I'm going to say no, so you can learn a little bit more about this.
Well, the Assyrians lived in Mesopotamia, a region between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. Most of this territory is now modern-day Iraq, Iran, Turkey, and Syria.
Okay, go on.
They were warmongers, conquerors, a people driven to expand by their kings. Even before the Romans, they migrated their conquered people to the territories to stem revolt. But, I'm afraid I'm getting off the subject.
Go on.
Well, the markings on the sarcophagus seem to hint that it is from sometime between 1050 and 800 BC, which was a period of fierce expansion by the Assyrians. Oddly, for those years, only one king shows up on the historical record.
Continue.
While most likely he wiped all evidence of his predecessor's existence or passed the name to his heirs, one monarch, Mesarach, the one-eyed king, is given credit for the territory and achievements of this time. But he would have had to have been over 250 years old, like Dracula or something.
So?
I find it hard to believe a sarcophagus with a person as important as Masquerade could remain in, pristine or intact condition for so many years, but this is who is believed to be contained within.
So he was a vampire?
You know, it is interesting that you ask me that. The goddess on the outside of the sarcophagus was Lamastu. In Assyrian myth, Lamastu was an evil demoness who preyed on humans. Many people cite her as the mother of vampire myth,
And?
The engravings on and found around the sarcophagus portray a regal figure drinking the blood of his enemies. Now, this image is found in many cultures, specifically among those of royal lineage, but there is a quite scientific explanation. A disorder known as porphyria. In short, it is caused by a deficiency of the iron in the blood, and in many cultures, for the nobility that could conceivably get away with the cure, the treatment was to drink human blood.
Okay, so he drank blood?
Perhaps. Drinking the blood of your enemies is, if nothing else, symbolic. It can inspire fear in your foes and dissidents. Don't misunderstand me. I in no way believe it was a vampire. Vampires. That's what caused this whole mess. These maniacs believe they exist.
Okay, so do you really believe that's who it's in the sarcophagus?
That I can't be sure of, nor can anyone. But I promise you it is more likely to be filled with, gummy bears than vampires. Perhaps maybe a mummy, but not likely the kind to go about chasing Abbott and Costello.
So how did you find it?
That is, you see, in archaeology, one can spend years looking for a dig site, following local rumors, studying old maps. It's a complicated process, very boring.
Go on.
Finding and organizing a dig is the least interesting part of an archaeologist's job. Trust me, you don't want to hear about it.
So what else do you know about vampires?
Not much, really. I'm an archaeologist, not a mythologist. But I do know that Lamastu, the Assyrian demoness, was thought to have been the inspiration for Lilith, the first wife of Adam in the Jewish Old Testament, another source of the vampire myth.
So how does it open?
Ah, quite interesting. There is a surprisingly complex mechanical lock on the face of the sarcophagus. By sheer luck, we were able to find the key not far from the sarcophagus. Why no one ever found it and robbed it? It's perplexing.
Key, of course. Do you have it?
How strange you would ask. I haven't seen the key since it was loaded onto the Elizabeth Dane in Turkey. It was stolen before the sarcophagus even. I am still hopeful that the police find both pieces before the contents can be disturbed.
Do you have a copy?
No, it's not the kind of key you can copy at the hardware store. It's actually very sophisticated, and I meant to study it at the museum. I've answered all your questions. Do you think now you could please get me out of here? I don't care who you are or why you've had so many questions about the sarcophagus. I just want to leave this place.
All right, let's go.
Thank you, my friend. I don't know where you came from, but I will never forget this kindness.
Sure. Okay, so before we leave, you could, if you're a Malkavian, or if you have really high investigation, I think, you can convince him to tell you more about how he found the sarcophagus.
Time of judgment is here.
And we gotta go, by the way. So at this point, you have a minute to get out of here. So I'm gonna make a run for it. Okay, so he will tell you that someone gave him a hint, and it's really never told who gives him the hint, but I think it was probably Jack, honestly. As you're coming out of the loading screen, keep your finger on the forward button because it just make it a little bit easier. As you finish loading, it does in fact continue counting down. So yeah, that's not fair. You have plenty of time though, even though it feels like you really don't. As long as you don't get stuck on anything, you should be absolutely fine. I'm gonna go ahead and just go the long way around so you guys can see how much time you actually have. Yeah, I should have about 11 seconds left. Oh, actually more. And you just jump onto the boat, and off we go. And when we come back, we can see that something's gone on here. Before we go back to see LaCroix though, there is one thing that we do want to go do, because at this point things are going to kind of start breaking down in the game. We're in the last few quests, so yes, let's go over here and visit Heather. And we want to read our emails as well. Hey!
I had a dream this afternoon. You were in it. You were stroking my hair, telling me you loved me. And then, in the next instant, you were gone. And I was alone, and I cried out for you, but you wouldn't answer. You're here now. I have never felt more relieved.
I would never leave you.
You're so kind to me.
I would never forgive myself if anything happened to you.
I got something for you. Here, it should fit you. I hope you like it. I thought it looked like something you'd wear.
Oh, thank you.
Think of me when you wear it.
Sure, but before I go...
You need my blood? Of course.
Yeah. Alright, so we're just gonna get some blood from her. No spoilers here, so I'm not gonna say much about what's gonna happen, but if you have anything you need to do with Heather, do it now. I'm gonna leave her in the outfit that I currently have her in, and then let's check our email. Let's go ahead and... Who we got? 3. From a friend, the White Bishop Falls. Your Bloody Valentine from Vivi. It felt so liberating to open up to you in that last email, so I dipped my pen in my soul again to write another for you. Father, I never knew you. Mother, I ran away from you. Sire, you forgot me, but lover, you are forever in my heart. Think my looks will stop me from ever being taken seriously as a poet? Thank you, Vivi. About the other night. Oh, this is from Romero. Okay, hey, I just wanted to let you know that what happened between us, that was really special. You're a super girl, I mean it. But you and I were from different worlds, and I'm not saying I wouldn't be down for whatever if the mood hits, but I think we should keep our relationship professional. I think deep down you'll see that it's for the best. Stay beautiful, Romero. Thanks, Romero. Did Romero just break up with me? That's a question. I did not grab the blood packs out of the fridge here previously because we didn't have the space for it, but now we do, so there we have that. So at this point, let me go ahead and equip the item that she gave us. It's basically the exact same look, so same skin, but this one has an armor rating of 4, but your dexterity is decreased by 2, so you know that's that. But I do like the armor rating, really, really nice, and so really well worth it. Now I'm gonna go hit a few people up for some things. We need to clear out our inventory a little bit. There is no hops. You just need to settle down. And I'm gonna start by going over here and talking to him.
Baby girl.
All right, come on, Larry. Open up your stuff. Okay, so one thing here is he does have the flamethrower as well as the bush hook. Both of these things are actually really, really nice. We have like the flamethrower here. I mean, it's fire. So if you're dealing with supernatural stuff, we're gonna want to buy that. But our inventory is full. So let's clean out the items that we are definitely not using. And I'm gonna start out with the Colt and Nick Honda. I'm gonna go ahead and sell that. Not using it. And I really like the Jamie Sue, but as you can kind of see, we just don't have the bullets for it, but that's okay. We're gonna get something, I think, actually I don't know if we're gonna get something later or if it really even matters. We're just gonna go with this flamethrower. And we're gonna buy the ammo for it, so we're maxed out. It is really, really good against supernatural enemies, so definitely keep that in mind. The bush hook is also really, really bomb. Let's go ahead and sell the 2 knives I've accidentally picked up. the katana here, damage potential is 33, lethality is 12. This one's damage potential is 40, lethality is 13. I'm gonna go ahead and purchase that. We're gonna get another item a little later to go in our weapon stash, but nothing too big here. I'm gonna sell the axe, which was one of our first weapons. Is there anything else in our inventory that we just do not need? Oh, we have this book here. We need a research level of 10 to use it, and it's a firearm weapon. So that is something that you could possibly sell if you want to. Let's take a quick look at our stats though. Now at this point, pretty much all my stats that I'm going to be adding in here are going to be for just increasing my damage potential. We're kind of we're past the point where we need to like worry about basically anything else other than combat. So the rest of this game is completely combat related. Let's see here. I think I want to put some points into stamina would be really good right about here. For melee, some strength would probably be good. Ranged, I mean, firearms would probably be a really good idea to actually increase our firearm stat. We're not really going to be using firearms too much in the upcoming area, but we are going to be using our strength quite a bit. And for melee, we do have this one, and we also have this one, but this also increases unarmed. Let's go with just putting a point in strength to increase our melee a little bit. It would not hurt if you haven't been putting points into anything else to actually max out your strength as far as you can for melee. If you're a gun user, go for the firearms and whatnot, but we really haven't been. So we're doing all right though. Okay, so next time we're gonna go into Venture Tower and talk to LaCroix and Beckett now that we have the information. So I will see you guys next time.